Good, yourself?
Good, I'm good. The last time we talked, you were a couple days before your first preseason game and talked about how the main thing you were looking for was the team's attitude and how they understood the concepts you'd been trying to teach them. What did you see from them in that process?
So we did a video today in the morning to talk about what they did well and what they can improve. It's been good. It's been good because yes, the opposition was not so good. It's normal. This is fourth division or fifth division. I don't remember. But they stayed on the task. So the idea is to see in terms of when we have the ball, in terms of goal kick, what do we want to do? When we want to stay high on the pitch, what do we need to do? And when we have the ball, recognize the moment to attack quickly or to slow down the play. So we had a couple of good clips, so they were able to see the clips and we discuss about this, and it's been pretty interesting about what they did so far.
What are your sort of goals for this week as you guys get closer to the season starting?
The goal is to push them a little bit more, like every week. So the idea is to today it was a typical day, like we like to call it, a compete day. Compete day, what does it mean for us is a lot of strength exercise, but also with the ball. So be able to push with the legs, but be able also to have the brain. The brain has to follow. So the idea is to do a lot of exercise, but also be able to have the good decision, to make the good decision offensively and defensively. So, and the idea is also this week to help them to recognize how to attack the box and also the defensive transition. So it's going to be a mix of everything like that to be able to give to my players all the tools for the next game to improve a little bit more. So yeah, that's it.
With Aiden and Cucho coming back from having been with their national teams, how beneficial can that experience be for a player, especially someone like Aiden in his first call to the senior team?
It's amazing. It's amazing because again, the international level, this is the best level, and I'm really happy for Aiden because he deserves it. And the fact that he played also 90 minutes, so it was good for him. So he came back confident with humility also, but he's ready to accept also the challenge that we're gonna give him. Sorry. So yeah, it's been great for him and for coach also to be able to play also with his national team. He didn't play as a number 9. He played on the left side or right side. So this is something that I like also. So but they are really happy to come back, and it's been a good week for them, and they're happy to come back now.
What were your impressions of Aiden prior to coaching him versus what you've seen in these first few weeks of preseason?
I like Aiden because he has a lot of activity on the pitch. So, but now the challenge that I have for him is he runs too much.
Okay.
He has to stay a little bit more in this position to be able to free up the space for their teammate or free up the space for him to be able to play. So this is not natural for him because he likes to touch the ball. But the key point, the way we build the team and the way we play is there is the trust part within that. So that's why when we play on the left, Aiden has to stay in a certain position because all the player knows that if they cannot attack directly to the net, they're gonna be able to play on the right side and we're gonna have maybe an overload in this position, a 3v2 or 4v3. So the idea is for him to be more composed in terms of his position, and also the challenge for him is to recognize the moment to play forward and recognize the moment to slow down the play. So this is good, two good challenge for him that he embraced that, and but the idea is to help him to organize a little bit better these two concepts.
Have you seen progress in that department?
Yes. Yesterday we played on the goal kick. So I like to put my player out of their comfort zone, and this is what I did with Aiden yesterday, and he accepted the challenge. In the beginning, he was struggling a bit, like every player, but after that, he understood really well what we wanted to do. So this is something that I like because the idea is to empower all the players, and because they have to act on the pitch and they have to be able to recognize that. And I'm not a coach. I try to help them to recognize that. So that's why we put all this kind of platform during the practice to help all the players to recognize this situation. So it's been a good challenge for him and for the other players, but at the end of the day, at the end of the session, he understood what we want, and that's why I love my job.
Bailey asked about the progress of the team thus far. Are you seeing what you want at this point, or what you expected to have at this point with a new team that was obviously doing some of the same things you like to do, but with a different coach and in a different way?
Yes, this is what I said in the morning. We showed a lot of videos in terms of how we defend as a team. So we're gonna try to press, to do the counter press when we lose the ball. But if we are not able to win the ball, the idea is to get back together behind the ball. And for me, this is really important because again, this is a values for me that the we, not me. And we have to be. This is also the togetherness. And I saw a desire to do it. This is not easy because there is a lot of effort behind that, but the attitude is here to do what they need to do on the pitch, I would say. But I would say this situation, this concept, and also they are more composed with the ball. So in the beginning, they wanted to rush to play fast all the time, and now they are able to recognize the moment, to slow down the play, to find the opening in the middle. So it's been pretty interesting about what I've seen so far. Again, I try to reach this level, and my job with the staff is to push the boundaries again. But I'm pretty happy about what they did.
Good. Just one more.
Yeah.
Obviously, Lucas and Cucho were crucial attacking pieces, and I imagine you view them similarly. They weren't here at the beginning with stuff, but how have you seen them kind of fit into what you want to do on the attacking side of things?
In terms of attacking side or set
Yes.
pieces? Attacking.
Side.
They did a lot of good things already.
Yeah.
So now the idea is to repeat these good things, but in a better way. And again, the trust part for me is really important because Cucho and Lucas, they had a tendency last year, and I respect that also, to come all the time towards the ball. But the idea now is for them to understand that they have to trust their teammate and they have to play between the lines or behind the lines. And about the positional play that we put in place, Lucas understood really well what we want to do. Cucho was out with the national team, but he understood also what we want to do. Now this is all about repetition within the action, and for them to get the picture and to be able to apply what we want. But technically, the connection is really interesting. So now it's all about how all the forward players, I would say, the front line will run together. Because this connection for me that is really important. How they're gonna run together. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.